Science 3.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're going over urban textbook reading, Science 3, Lesson 10, and our host will be Granny Scrot. Today we're going to talk about different
No.
weather, not different types of weather, parts of weather, different types parts of weather. So do you know what is parts of the weather? And do you know
Science Squirrel.
any sort of kind of parts of weather? If you don't know and you want to know what is parts of weather, today we're going to learn about some parts of weather. So if you're excited, let's get started. So you will know what is parts of the weather. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. So this is the right one. The other one that I show you is the wrong. So lesson 9. So hi kids, welcome back to our business reading and writing scroll. So we're at lesson 9, parts of weather. So you know what is parts of weather? Today we're going to talk about weather. So we'll talk about parts of weather. You will discover about different parts of the weather, what we use to measure the weather. So today we're going to talk about different parts of weather. So like different kinds, parts of weather. And what do we use to measure the parts of weather? So first, we'll talk about hail. You know what's hail? Hail is a small ball of ice that falls as rain. So hail is like up the sky. It's too cold. It is not snow. It is ice, and it's kind of like the spear shape, right? The spear shape, and then it falls down. We can't fall. Hail is very dangerous because a big hail falls to people's head when people go outside in a very hail day, very big hail day. So it's kind of like very dangerous. But small hail is okay, it's not dangerous. So sometimes the hail can be small, the hail can be big. And actually, if you look at this picture, this is beautiful, right? But it's still kind of ice and fall. So most of the country have hail. Okay. But actually, we have the video here. So this video was talking about hail. So right here, oh, this is not a big hail. You cannot see the hail falling from the sky because the hail of the sky is kind of like camouflage because it's white over here. It's like foggy, right? Really difficult to see. But when it falls into the ground, you can see exactly the hail, right? You can see this small white ball, kind of spear shape over here. So next one is precipitation. What a long word. Precipitation. 5 vowels. Precipitation. Water that falls from the clouds to the ground. So there is a lot of precipitation, right? Because first is hail, second is rain, and third, when the rain is kind of falling, but it's cold out the sky, so that might be snow, okay? But there's still more sort of precipitation, right? All of these are examples. So this is the kind of tools. It's a rain gauge. An instrument for measuring how much rains fall, right? How much does the rain fall into the ground? So rain gauge is an instrument for measuring how much rains fall. Okay. So rain gauge it is a sort of instrument. Actually, we have the word gauge here. Like we put the rain gauge outside and the rain falls into the rain gauge. And when it stops raining, the rain gauge is how many does the rain fall? 20 centimeters. I don't know, but that is an example of what is rainfall. So gauge is a special instrument for measuring how much rain falls. So how much something falls? A gauge is a thing that instrument measuring how much something falls. Example of rainfall. So thermometer, a device used for measuring temperature. So the thermometer is a device, a thing that used to measure temperature. This is a sort of the thermometer. It's very cold outside, right? It's very cold. It's under 0. It's under 0. The kind of weather, right? It's very cold. Like snow will fall outside, right? But this is a very cold temperature. But when it goes to 120, it would be kind of very hot. Celsius thermometer, Celsius or Fahrenheit, right? So thermometer measures the temperature. It tells us what is the temperature today or tomorrow, but actually it's what will tell us today. So weather vane, an object, a metal kind of object, a metal object that blows around, show which way the wind is coming from. So underneath here we can see the letter S, E, W, and N. So S is the South Pole, E is the East, M is the North Pole, and the W is the West, right? So the weather vane, we call another name about the weather vane is a wind vane. So right here, it's like pointing the east to the South Pole, or the South Pole to the North Pole. I don't know. This is quite just a picture, but maybe it seems like it's pointing to the east. So the wind is pointing. The wind is blowing to the east. So meteorologists, okay, someone who studies something. So meteorologists is a people that study the weather, right? And geologist is the one like Scott's dad is a geologist, someone who studies the life, our life, right? A meteorologist is a kind of scientist who studies the weather condition. So the meteorologist studies the weather and then make a forecast telling us tomorrow, right, evening, right, or right, one week, it will rain, snow, or sunny, or I don't know, but that is what the meteorologists do. They study the weather. What is tomorrow? It's like example of the hurricane spring blizzard. Where did it go, right? So the meteorologist is a kind of scientist who study the weather condition. They will give us a forecast and tell us what happened tomorrow, right? Usually tomorrow, right? But some meteorologists study a lot, study morning, like afternoon, or some sort of thing like that. So that is meteorologist, okay, who studies something, who study the weather, right? So okay. So let's move on to our chart. Okay, so first here we have parts of weather. So precipitation. It can fall as rain, hail, or snow. Those are the three examples of precipitation. So those are the three examples of precipitation because in the country, most countries or all the country has many sort of precipitation, right? So that is a precipitation. Look at this picture. This boy is holding an umbrella with a very strong rainy day, right? I think he's gonna be fine because he has his umbrella. He won't get wet. But sometimes people get an umbrella in a quite like rainy day, still get wet. So I think maybe he will be fine. So next, temperature. Temperature can be warm, hot, or cool. So temperature can be hot and warm, hot, cool, or cold. Cold. So it's kind of like it can be warm, like it's warm outside, right? We don't have to kind of like wear very heavy clothes. We just wear very light clothes, like me, because it's warm you up. Hot, so at the hot day you have to wear very light clothes because it's too hot, right? When you talk about cool, right? You put some just heavy clothes, like in the fall, right? So, and the last, cold. Cold is kind of like winter, right? You have to bundle you up. You have to like wear very heavy clothes, right? So winds is a move from warm area to cool areas. It carries motion into waves from everywhere. So when you add the cool place, the winds makes the warm place into cool everywhere. this is a very strong wind. It blew an umbrella at the woman's hair, right? So weather interests me. So we'll just talk a bit about weather interests me. We will talk about some more, right? So first, rain gauge. Rain gauge used to measure the depths of the precipitation. So you use a rain gauge, put it outside in the rainy day, and the rain falls in the rain gauge, right? It falls into the rain gauge, and then when there's done the rain, you go outside and you get the rain. How many is it? Maybe quite like 20 centimeters, right? So next, the thermometer. Used to measure the temperature on the air, so you can see the C and the F, right? Those are the thermometer. And you know that is very cold because the C is like blue, right? 10 over here is a very small number, right? So next, the weather vane. Weather vane used to measure which way the wind is blowing, right? So which way the wind is blowing? North pole, south pole, east, or the west, right? So a wind gauge. So this is quite a cool. Used to measure the wind speed. So it's kind of like spins around. It spins very quick. That means the wind is kind of like spins so fast, right? Okay, so that is the weather instrument. So let's move on to the reading skills. Okay, so like usual, read with brain throughout or read in your head. So here we go. The meteorologist is a scientist who studies the weather. Meteorologists get information about the weather. They can predict weather and like later on. So it's kind of like they can discover the weather and being later on. So being later on is like later what will happen, right? So meteorologist studies the weather and gives us the focus, and we will know what it is the weather. So precipitation is a part of weather. It can fall as rain, hail, or snow. A rain gauge is a tool used to measure the rain, okay? So temperature is an important part of the weather. The thermometer measures temperature when it's warm. Precipitation will fall as rain. When it's cold, precipitation might fall as hail or snow. So it might fall as hail, or it might fall as snow. Okay. Or it can fall as rain, right? Wind is another important part of the weather. It moves the warm area to the cool area. Winds move the air. Winds carry moisture into or from an area, right? Wind can also change the temperature of the air in an area. A weather vane shows which direction is the wind blowing, right? Where does the wind blow, right? Where does the wind blow? So the area in an area. So we'll talk about the change the temperature of the air in an air, right? So will find the main idea of math later. So let's move on to the main idea and then details of it. So let's move on to the main idea and details. So we will classify not main idea and details. Okay, so different sorts of weather interest you. So rain gauge. First, we'll talk about rain gauge. B can fall as rain, hail, or snow. A rain gauge is used to measure the amount of B. So this is a kind of tricky part, right? What parts of weather can fall as rain, hail, or snow? Which part is it? So it's like must be precipitation. We are learning it can fall as rain, hail, or even snow, right? That is the liquid or gas, but we use the liquid or the solid fall from the sky down. So first here we have precipitation. This is a very long word, right? So the next rain gauge used to measure the amount of B. So a rain gauge used to measure the amount of what? Of course, rain, because it's a rain gauge. So next, the beat of the ear is an important part of weather. The thermometer measures temperature. So what the thermometer do? The beat of the ear was important. So what kind of air was important? Was a part of the weather. Of course, that's the temperature. The temperature can be the air. It can be hot, cold, cool, or warm, right? So, the weather vane is. The weather vane shows which direction the beat is blowing. So the weather vane is showing us which direction and some things that blowing it. So what things that from the air that blow it, right? Change the warm part to the cool part, right? Warm area to a very cool area. I like wind, right? But actually, wind is our answer. Wind. Okay, I already gave you the answer. Right? So, what an interesting lesson, right? We've learned about parts of weather. In the vocabulary, we learned about parts of weather. And the tools used to measure parts of weather. So we see a chart and then see parts of weather, a picture of few pictures of part of weather. And weather interests me, right? 4 pictures. And then we read the reading skills